How would you assess the situation in North Dakota now, and mainly in the blizzard area, of course?
Well, uh, we have this is one type of disaster that has been more widespread, I believe, than any other for a good many years. It's covering a major portion of the state. Probably 40 to 45 counties are involved in this, and they're heavily involved in it because of the deep snows and high winds. We're beginning to get an increasing number of calls from farmers and ranchers relative to the cattle that are stranded, need feeding, and so forth. They can't get to their feed. The snow, of course, in our area here is unusual for us. We haven't had this much for a good many years, and this makes it so much more difficult.
It was one of the worst natural disasters in North Dakota state history, crippling the state for days and causing multiple deaths. The blizzard of 1966 on History Talk, where we step back through history to look at the people, places, and events that shaped our community. North Dakota is famous for its blizzards, but one blizzard seems to top them all. And if you ask anyone to name North Dakota's worst weather event, you're bound to hear about the infamous blizzard of March 1966. Indeed, it was, on many measures, the state's worst blizzard. It wasn't as much the amount of snow that fell, which has been surpassed by other, less severe snowstorms, but a combination of factors that attributed to its deadly impact. The storm lasted 4 days, from Wednesday, March 2nd until Saturday, March 5th, during the state basketball tournaments. Only a couple of inches of snow was expected. In the end, 22.4 inches of snow fell across the region, the most from a single storm up to that point, beating the previous record of 19.1 inches in 1894. Higher snowfall amounts were reported across the state, with massive snow drifts captured by famous photographs. Some areas, mainly to the east, were coated in ice before the snow arrived. At least 5 deaths were recorded due to the storm, and hundreds of cattle were lost. The storm shuttered government offices, businesses, and area schools for the first time in more than 20 years. Even postal service was interrupted. Most streets were impassable, and citations were issued to any motorist traveling for non-emergencies. 3 Northern Pacific locomotives became stuck in the snow just outside the city, leading to this famous picture of the event.
Good afternoon, I'm Bruce Taylor, and we're going to present at this time all of the information, news stories, public service announcements, and everything that we have available on the storm and the weather conditions and the whole works at this time. To start off with, the North Dakota Highway Department reports severe storm conditions prevail over the state, with the exception of the northwest corner. Through most of the remainder of the state, travel is impossible because of zero visibility and blocked roads. The department says absolutely no attempt should be made to travel in the storm area. Freezing rain is blamed for the partial collapse of the new Northside High School gym at Fargo, but no injuries are reported. Police at Dickinson, where there are 6-foot drifts in the downtown area, are issuing citations for unnecessary travel. Governor William Guy's office said that heads of the Departments of Civil Defense, Highways, the National Guard, and the Highway Patrol are keeping abreast of the situation. Now, with more reports, here's News Director Larry Mills. Thanks, Bruce.
KFYR-TV provided ongoing live coverage for hours during the event in what was likely its biggest news event to that point. In the coverage anchored by Bruce Taylor and Larry Mills, KFYR-TV provided harrowing real-life tales of people trapped, including numerous baby deliveries and other emergency care, as well as a lifeline to help locate and connect with missing people. Its switchboards were clogged with worried people trying to get information about stranded loved ones, authorities trying to warn the public to stay put, and hundreds of weather cancellations. One stranded motorist talks about ripping out the back seat of his car so he could use the wood of fence posts to start a fire in the back of his stranded car to keep warm after fuel ran out to keep the motor running. When businesses began to reopen the following day, a Sunday, controversy rang out due to a state blue law preventing stores from opening on Sunday, despite that it was the first time stores could safely open in days. It paved the way for a lessening of restrictions of the Sunday blue law, which was ultimately done away with in 2019. I invite you to check out my 2 Bismarck history books. They are available to purchase on Amazon and select local bookstores. Copies are also available at the Bismarck Public Library. Visit bismarckbook.com for more information. That was a look at the 1966 blizzard. Next, we're going to cover some of Bismarck's historic women in celebration of Women's History Month. Is there a local history topic you'd like to be featured? Email historytalk@kfyrtv.com.